Thank you so much for joining us today for this lovely yoga practice. My name is Christine. My pronouns are she and her, and we are practicing today live with the group from Breast Friends in Tigard, Oregon. There will be a link in the description below if you're interested in contacting that wonderful organization. So we're doing a chair yoga practice today, but you're more than welcome to sit on the ground if that feels more supportive for you or more accessible for you. But we will be beginning in a tall seat. And right away, you might just go ahead and close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do that, or at least soften your gaze. And invite yourself to be in your body. We typically live in our heads a lot throughout our days, especially in our Western culture. So I invite you to embody yourself, and we can start right at the bottoms of the feet. Just focusing on the sensation of your feet where they are supported by the ground. Feeling into each and every one of your toes. Feeling the heels and the balls contacting the ground. Literally grounding ourselves here in this present moment. And you might notice your palms, your hands resting in your lap. Just feeling the contact on your body, holding yourself, supporting yourself. And feel your sit bones resting on your chair. And then finally, begin to notice and become aware of your breath. Where do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it up in your chest? Maybe down in your belly? Maybe right at the tips of your nostrils where the air flows in and out? Just where is it most apparent to you? And in honor of yourself and your practice today, I invite you to just hold the intention to be present for yourself. And if you notice your thoughts begin to wander off, making plans or ruminating about things, no judgment, just notice that they're coming up and invite yourself to come back to your breath. Just being aware. And we can tell our bodies that it's a good time to stretch and be flexible by tapping into our parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us to feel safe. So let's bring one hand and then the other to the low belly. And see if you can encourage your breath to come a little bit deeper, a little bit more expansive, without pushing or forcing, just letting it be soft, letting yourself receive your breath. This practice is about caring for ourselves. It's about healing. It's not about burning calories, but it is about coming back into our strength. And the breath is a big part of that. So even as you feel your breath, fill your hands as you inhale. You might also notice a gentle expansion from side to side into your hips and into your low back. And as you're here, you could relax your shoulders down away from your ears And gently tuck your chin so that the base of your skull is drawing up and back. Just a few more breaths here. Just filling into yourself, filling into your belly, filling up 360 degrees around yourself. And one more thing about the breath here. You might count to yourself how many beats it takes for you to inhale. Maybe it's 4. And then see if you can match your exhale to the length of the inhale. So if you're inhaling for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And it might be 3 or 7 or anywhere, doesn't matter. The number's not important. It's the balance that is the goal here. Just a nice, balanced, harmonious breath. Again, telling the nervous system it's safe to relax, it's safe to stretch, it's safe to be flexible. And as you're ready, you can bring your hands palm down back to your lap. And let's just begin to make some gentle movement here in the neck. So imagine you've got a pencil sticking out from the end of your nose and you're just drawing circles on the wall in front of you. And you can start with just really little circles, moving nice and slow. Maybe listening to your neck make some noises here. And you could start to make the circles bigger if you like. And again, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Just a couple more in this direction. And then we'll reverse those circles, starting at the same diameter that you finished with, and then coming smaller back to center. And just feel into your jaw, the base of your skull, along the sides of your neck. Just really paying attention to yourself. We tend to pay lots of attention to people and situations outside of us, but this is your time. We'll come back to center here, and then we're going to make some kind of chicken neck movements. So we're going to jut the chin out and then draw it back as if you're trying to make a bunch of double chins here. And then jut the chin out and then draw it back. But not to 100% of your capability, maybe just like 70%. Again, we don't want to force anything. We just want to feel. Just notice what you feel here. One more time, let's draw the chin back. And then we'll relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, and come back to neutral. And just take your gaze from side to side, looking out over your right shoulder and then over your left shoulder. And back over the right and back over the left. And then we'll come back to center. Let's get a little movement now in the spine. We're going to do some seated cat and cow postures. So as you inhale, just gently arch your back as much as feels good to you. Lift your heart up to the sky and maybe look up any amount. And as you exhale, round your chin down towards the base of your throat. Open up space between your shoulder blades and draw your belly button to your spine. Inhale, begin to roll back up, arch the back, open the heart, maybe open up across the throat and the collarbones. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding forward, belly button towards the spine. And just continue to move at your own pace with your own breath. And if you like, you could add on some opening up of the arms. As you inhale, you might lift your hands from your knees and draw them out to either side. And as you exhale and round forward, you could bring your palms towards one another out in front of the knees. Inhale and open up. Exhale, bow forward. And if you have a little more range of motion here, you might take your arms out a little higher, letting your heart expand open. All I can think of right here is the Titanic, where she's sitting at the front of the ship going, oh, I can't remember what the line is there, but that kind of energy. Just opening up your heart, imagining the wind flowing through your hair or across your skull. Reaching forward and opening up. Let's go one more time, reaching forward, rounding into that cat pose. And inhale once again, palms return to the lap, and we come back to that tall, straight spine. And feel your feet on the ground and reconnect to your breath, that nice balanced breath. And just notice your vitality, your energy. Notice any sensations that you feel. And then we're going to inhale and take the arms out wide again. Again, they can be low or high. And we're just going to wrap them around ourselves. And maybe up at shoulder height here, as if you're giving yourself a hug. Have the right arm on top. And just give yourself a little squeeze here. They say that it takes 12, 20-second hugs a day to thrive. And the wonderful thing is our bodies really don't know the difference between a hug from someone else or a hug from ourselves. So anytime you feel like you could use a hug, just give yourself one. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze here. And again, we'll inhale to lift the elbows, find that arched cow spine, and exhale, round forward. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, elbows down towards the knees. Let's inhale back to that straight spine. Give yourself a nice squeeze here. And then maybe make a little V shape with your arms, pressing your right elbow to the top of the left forearm here. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and draw the base of the skull up towards the sky. Not quite going to that chicken neck, but towards that. And as you breathe here, focus on the place behind your heart. Feel your shoulders expand from side to side as you inhale. Feel your shoulders relaxing away from your ears as you exhale. Another couple breaths here. Again, maybe tapping into that balanced breath. Next time you inhale, let's open up the arms once again. And then another hug, left arm on top. Give yourself a gentle squeeze, acknowledging your journey, the path that you're on, that hero's journey that you're all embarking on, that we all as humans are on. Where you've come, where you are. And inhale to draw the elbows up. Exhale, bow forward. Another round here at your own pace. And then we'll inhale back to that straight spine. Give yourself another little squeeze. Stay right here if this feels good to you. Or release the arms if you're ready to do so. Or maybe make that little V shape, kind of on our way to eagle arms here. Pressing that left elbow to the top of the right forearm. Finding that leverage here as you draw the elbows down. Tuck the chin, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Find your tall spine and reconnect to your breath. Just another couple of breaths here. One more inhale as we open the arms back up. Exhale, palms to the lap. And again, just notice the rebound effect here in your arms as the blood and the lymph return to their typical pathways after having been a little constricted there. Notice yourself come back to neutrality. And then let's get into the hips just a little bit here as well. So if you're seated on a chair and you want to stay there, you could just bring your left ankle to the top of the right thigh. If you'd like to use your chair and stand, turn to the back of the chair so that you've got the back to hold on to for balance. And we're just going to sit down and back like we're in a chair and pick up that left leg to bring the left ankle to the top of the right knee here. So either sitting in a chair or standing with the aid of the chair, or if you want a little more strengthening, you could bring your hands from the chair and bring them to rest at your heart. Press down into your right foot, no matter where you're doing this from. Feeling all the toes, the heel, the ball of the foot, and connect to your breath. Flex the left foot. That helps engage the tendons around the knee to keep it nice and protected here. And you might sit down and back a little bit more if you want to build a little more strength and balance here. If you really want to challenge your balance, you could close your eyes. Reconnect to your breath, 3 more rounds here. As you inhale, press back up. Release the left leg. Bring your hands to rest at your sides. And just notice what you notice. The differences in the 2 sides of the body. And then as you're ready, seated, right ankle to the top of the left thigh, or standing, hands to the back of the chair, sit down and back, right ankle to the top of the left thigh, or maybe hands to heart. Always be willing to come back to hands on the chair if balance might be a little more challenging on the second side, and that's okay. Just acknowledging and noticing what is and taking care of yourself there. Sit down and back as much as you like. Find that long spine, tucked chin, lifted heart, flexed foot. Paying attention to your breath. 3 more cycles of breath here. And as you're ready, with an inhale, press into that left foot, release the right, and come back to neutral. Just noticing what you notice. You might be standing in Tadasana or sitting in Tadasana. That nice tall spine, lifted heart, tucked chin. And then we'll get into the front of the hip flexor here as well. Oops. One more person to admit there. We're going to do a little lunge. So that might be from your chair. If it is from your chair, you're going to sit on the front edge of the chair so that your right thigh, right sit bone is supported. And you're just going to take that left foot back, letting some length come in the front of the left hip. You could send that left foot back a little farther if you want more sensation here, or you could tuck or untuck the toes. From the standing posture, again, you can use the back of the chair for balance and simply step the left toes back, coming into your lunge here with the hands at the back of the chair for balance if you like, or maybe at your heart for building a little more strength. If it feels okay in your shoulders, you might reach your arms all the way up to the sky, coming into high crescent lunge. A lot of variations there, hands low or high or somewhere in between. Just listening to your body, finding your edge and exploring there. 3 more breaths wherever you are. And again, to challenge your balance, close your eyes. One more inhale wherever you are. Exhale, release the hands if they're lifted. Step forward with that left foot. If you're sitting in the chair, switch to the other side so the left hip is supported. And then we'll step the right toes back. Nice crescent lunge here. Your hands can be resting on your lap, on the chair, or maybe at your heart. Or perhaps you want to reach them up to the sky. I like to think of this as victory posture here. So like an Olympian landing her final routine. You could rotate the pinkies inward and notice how that draws the shoulder blades down your back. Press your right hamstring up and back towards the sky. Feel the opening in the front of the right hip. 3 more breaths right here. Relax the shoulders, relax the muscles of the face. And when you're ready, step the right foot forward and come back to standing or seated Tadasana. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. And then we'll all come back to a seat, whether that's on the chair or on the ground is fully up to you. Just find your legs supported underneath you, reconnect to your breath. We're just going to get a little more spinal movement here. So let your arms come down to the sides and let's just find a little side bend. So inhale right here at the center at neutral, at alignment. Exhale to just reach your right fingertips down towards the ground. Inhale back up. Exhale, left fingertips down. And you can stay right here, or if you want a little more mobility in the arms, the next time you reach down with those right fingers, you could reach your left arm up any amount, maybe all the way over towards the right. And then same thing on the opposite side. Up any amount, maybe it's halfway, maybe it's straight up, maybe it's a little bit over. And we'll just keep cartwheeling from side to side, arms at whatever level works best for you. And just notice your breath in your rib cage. Notice yourself expanding underneath the armpit, making more space for your lungs. Let's do one more time on each side. And the next time the left fingertips are reaching down is the last time. Let's inhale back up to that neutral spine and then roll the shoulders up and down and back a couple of times. This time, let's anchor the shoulders down the back body. We're just going to take a couple little twists here. Let's bring the hands to the heart once again. Inhale right here at center. Exhale, turn any amount towards the right. Inhale back to center, and as you exhale, turn towards the left. We're just moving in the rib cage here. Continue at your own pace from side to side. Keep the hips grounded. We don't want the hips lifting at all, and keep them facing forward. And again, if you want a little more here, you can release your hands to come out to side, bringing your right hand to your left knee as you twist, and then the left hand to the right knee. Or you might bring your arms up and over, up and over. So wherever you are in your journey, pick the arm posture that works best for you. Find your healthy boundary. Play with the edge. Couple more twists to each direction. The next time you twist to the left is the last time. We'll inhale to come back to center. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. And then from here, for our final resting pose, either lay down on the floor, on your mat, or on a blanket, in whatever posture feels best for you. Arms and legs straight out is full Shavasana, but you could always have your knees bent. If you're in a chair, scoot yourself back to the chair, and if your feet don't touch the ground, bring a pillow or some yoga blocks or something, or a blanket underneath, so that you are fully supported. Your spine is supported by the chair, your feet are supported by the ground. And your palms can be resting down on your lap. Relax the shoulders, and again, if the eyes are not closed, you might rest them here. Come back to your belly breath. Come back to that balance. Notice where you feel expansion as you inhale. Notice where you can soften and relax as you exhale. You might notice tension in the shoulders or the thighs, maybe the jaw. See if you can just let that go a little bit more. Just let this be enough for another few moments. Soften the muscles of the face. And then let's bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly, or opposite if that works better for you. And feel yourself expanding as you hug your elbows in towards your side bodies, holding yourself here. Assuring yourself that you showed up today to take care of yourself. That today is a good day to be on a healing journey. If you like, you can bring your palms together at your heart in respect and reverence for yourself and for those with whom you've shared your practice today and anyone else you might meet along your way. Namaste.